Brian, not only are you here to bless us with your knowledge of our upcoming series of Beast Coast versus OG, but I've also been told that you are here to bless us with some ideas that you've got going on about not just like Dota and professional Dota in the meta, but how even pub Dota can be affected by just visuals.
Yeah, so the segment I've presented for you guys today is inspired by a coaching session that I did where I was coaching a mid laner where he was being surprisingly passive in lane. And I asked him why he was being passive in lane. And he said, well, the Invoker, he has the fancy gloves and the persona and some really nice cosmetics. He looks like he's a smurf. He's platinum tier, Dota Plus. And I was like, wait, what? Really? And it made me think that when we load into a Dota game, you look at people's cosmetics, you look at their Dota Plus level, the hero they pick. We already got a lot of like judgments going on, a lot of assumptions based on purely those things, and we haven't even given them a chance to play yet. So today I've pulled up a few players from this tournament for us to, first off, think what would we do if this person was in our pub, what would we be thinking, and then who do we think it was in the tournament?
Okay, so we're determining our preconceived notions.
Yes.
And these things that you'll be showing us are from players who have been in this tournament at some point.
Yes.
Okay, I'm down. Would you like the desk?
Yeah. Yes. This is my honor.
You've
to take
earned,
Whoa.
You've earned it, Brian.
Oh, does that mean I have to? Do I have
reveling-
to go to the couch?
Yeah, no,
because
yes,
I'm the
yes.
co-host.
Co-host gets booted off.
That makes
We're all
sense.
moving
I
down
feel
the
like it's
order.
like there's like layers here.
Correct.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Whoa.
I feel authoritative.
I feel
This
useless.
is comfy.
This chair sucks.
That is Jenkins' chair.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually what I was trying to get out.
All right,
We're
Brian.
catching
Okay.
something over there.
What you got for us?
So I think we can pull up the first image. So for the first one, when we pull it up on screen, we've got a Mirana with the Crimson Witness headpiece. We're talking hundreds of dollars worth of cosmetics here, but their Dota Plus level is only bronze tier.
Okay. I don't see the bunny mount.
True.
That's the expensive one.
That's right.
So the Crimson Witness,
Uh-huh.
it drops when you go to TI and you watch in person. This person could just be a TI attendee who had the Crimson Witness drop.
Like you say, just a TI attendee.
I mean, I feel like that means they're pretty hardcore about Dota if they've got the Crimson Witness.
But if they're bronze tier, that means maybe they don't play that much Mirana, but the nice hat dropped, so they wanted to play Mirana. And maybe within a month, they'll be silver tier.
Okay, so
Or gold?
with that in mind, if this is your lane partner and you see that they've got the boots and the tangos as their starting items, what's going through your head? Like, what are you expecting performance-wise?
I'm expecting I'm never gonna see them again after like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
They're just gonna try and snipe the courier, and they're gonna arrow mid because they have boots and
No,
one tango.
they're not arrowing mid. They're arrowing the hard camp. They're just getting experience. They're not going to help.
No, because if that's what they were playing to do, they would get 2 clarities instead of tangos.
Ooh, true.
Could they be laning against a Venomancer or an Undying?
Oh, maybe it's an adjustment. Maybe they'll be dragging creeps for you. I think she's really got the glass half full perspective on this entire
I
thing.
mean, because Boots Mirana can be viable, especially if you're playing in a difficult lane.
Okay.
Like, you can run away from the enemy Undying, who you can't trade into him even if you get Starfall. You want to drag the wave, you suck at doing that as Mirana, so you need move speed to take less hits from the enemy.
True.
Okay.
So my question is, if the player who I selected for this was quite a Mirana fanatic, and they did get eliminated in the first group stage, who do you think from the tournament this would be? Any guesses?
They're already eliminated.
Yes.
From the first group stage.
Give me a region that they're from.
They are from Europe, Western Europe.
They're a Western European team that got eliminated. Wait, I thought we kept all the Western European teams. Which ones are gone?
I think we lost it.
Oh, Entity. Oh, okay. So, wait, does
Is that the only
Fishman...
one we lost?
Kataomi?
Oh.
Kataomi?
It was Fishman.
Fishman.
So
Fishman
Fishman's
Mirana.
stats for the tournament was 1-4 on Mirana, and they stopped picking it for him after the first couple days of group stage 1.
Homie got the Crimson Witness.
Yeah, I just saw the cosmetics and the Dota Plus level, and I was like, that's about the performance I would have expected from the win-loss record. So we'll take a little bit of a turn for the next one.
Okay.
So for the next one, you're in a draft, and you're looking at the last pick for both players, and you see the enemy team last pick this hero, and their Dota Plus level is Grandmaster tier.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What is this cosmetic? How much does it cost?
This
So
not
Morphling
much.
doesn't really have any super fancy cosmetics, but this is one of the ultra rares from one of the sets. Like, this is like one of the holiday sets.
But it's not one of the Immortals.
No, it's not an immortal. The
Doesn't
immortals are all the
change-
green ones.
Yeah, so it doesn't change his waveform or adaptive strike. He's Grandmaster?
Yeah, Grandmaster tier.
This is a hardcore Morphling player who cares about nothing but winning MMR and being good at his hero. He doesn't even care enough to try to get immortals.
And it's worth noting it's also the most important hero to have Grandmaster on because whoever you morph into, you get to use their voice lines.
Correct.
So if you're Grandmaster Morphling, you become Grandmaster Pudge. Even if you're not a Grandmaster Pudge, you get to pretend to be Grandmaster Pudge.
So when you see this hero come out 10th pick, what do you guys think?
I would be horrified. I would think it's a loss. That he's going to defeat
What if it's
him.
on your team, though?
I would
I'd
be
like,
extremely happy.
23 Savages on my team.
Yep.
That's what I would be like.
I was going to guess
50
23 Savages.
tangos,
Is this
10
Talons?
salves.
Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't
anything
even
else,
have to- I didn't even have to hit.
Anything else you'd like, sir? That's me.
This is indeed 23 Savage Grandmaster tier Morphling. They did 10th pick this against Tundra in Group Stage 1. And even though Talon was out, they absolutely stomped that game, and he went 11-0-13 with this 10th pick Morphling. So I think we all had the right idea that when you see Morphling come out, Grandmaster tier 10th pick.
We're seeing a correlation now.
Yes,
Your
yes.
guy was right. I think that the visuals have a strong impact on our judgment.
Yeah, it's crazy how much you can tell going into a game. Sometimes we presume a little too much, but there's a reason for it, right? So for the next one, we've got a couple clips. But the idea for this one is that there's a lot of cheese heroes in Dota, and they all have like very high variance in terms of impact in their play. And I feel like a lot of people will complain that when they have this hero on their team, it's not so great. But when it's on the enemy team, they're thinking like, yeah,
all right,
you know?
okay.
So, go ahead.
That's the Tinker factor to me.
Oh, that's
Tinkers on my team, utterly useless. They vacuum up all the farm, and then they die at 40 minutes, game's over. Tinkers on the enemy team, Blink, Hex, Rearm, Overwhelming Blink, Dagon, everything.
Now,
I think Wind Ranger or Pudge. That's my two heroes.
what about you, Mira?
Pudge or Tinker, for sure.
Okay, so I just want to know. I want you guys to know that I did not show them any of this
Oh my
stuff
God.
before this. It is indeed Tinker. So for the first clip, we have what we all think would happen if Tinker was on the enemy team.
I carry a charge.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, that was about exactly how you described it, Tsunami. I
Pretty
feel like
much.
there was some spoiler alert going on there.
For what it's worth, I am so out of date on Tinker builds. I didn't say Shivas. I was still
True.
on the Hex trend, but that was an enemy team Tinker. That
Yes.
was not my team's Tinker.
Yes,
I guarantee that.
That's the guy you didn't see for 20 minutes.
Yes.
That was poorly managed mana pool, though, on that Tinker, I gotta say.
Oh, we can have replay analysis for future segments as a follow-up to this player, because you're going to find out who it is, and you'll know, who to contact for
Yeah.
sessions. So obviously, we talked about the variance in this and how sometimes when it's on your team, you're dreading it as much as you are when it's on the enemy team for the opposite reason, right?
This is why you wanted my Tinker replays. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, you can show it. That's
yeah.
fine.
So we can go ahead and
It's
jump
okay.
into the
Yeah.
next clip of what Tinker looks like on our team.
No.
Yep, sounds about right.
Yeah.
What?
Where's my Tinker? We're fighting here.
Guys, that was just me. I was just gaming. All right? What?
Didn't look like you were gamming to me. It looked like you were pressing.
That was my team's fault.
Oh,
You were hitting the wrong cog. If you'd hit the southern cog, you would have easily been able to walk out of it.
You know, sometimes I make mistakes. We all make mistakes sometimes, even pro players.
That's true. And these two clips are from the same pro player.
Wait, what?
BZM, it's BZM.
Oh, he didn't even know.
There we go.
I know for a fact. it's
Segment's
BZM.
over. No, that is exactly who it was. So they did pick Tinker twice in Group Stage 1. And in the one game we saw in the first clip, he absolutely owned. They destroyed that one. And then this game was over at like 25 minutes, as
as expected.
Was that the Schofield clockwork?
Yep.
Yes, that was a support Clockwork solo killing him in the back of the team fight.
And there were many.
And there was a few solo pickoffs on the map itself, but the team fights I feel like make it feel even worse. So we do have one more little Easter egg of a segment where all we're gonna do is we're gonna present you guys with the clip of highlights, and you guys are gonna guess who it is.
Okay.
Do it with flair.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Mira?
Is it Jenkins?
I said it was players in this tournament, but you are indeed correct. That was Jenkins Clockwork from one of the only Fart Studios games this entire DPC. Yes, those were some epically missed hooks.
But he
and-
had an excuse for that, I was told.
Yes, Trent?
Well, he did, and then we also might have seen Whitemon play Clockwork and actually hit hook shots.
Oh, so you're telling me latency is not an issue?
Apparently not when you're skilled enough.
Oh.
Yeah, because it was the same ping for him. He did quite well.
So what I liked about that last clip is we talked about all the cosmetic things that you can guess going into a game, but then play says a lot too. And Mira, you knew exactly who that was right off the bat.
But from the first missed hook shot, I could tell.
Now, was that based on my relationship with Jenkins, or?
Fart Studios.Jenkins. Now, if you want the truth, I saw the little Fart Studios logo next to the clock.
Oh,
and then I
spoilers.
thought to myself, this has to be Jenkins because Nushan would land his hook shot.
I can't argue with that.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry,
solid
Jenkins.
deductive reasoning. That is it for my segment. As I appreciate taking over the host desk, but I think I'm going to go ahead and hand it back to my
Used
boy
it
Neil.
so well.
It's been an honor. You've suited it well, Brian.
Thank you.